Man, so good.
Yes,
So
team.
good.
My favorite part is
Welcome,
Ed's
everybody. Wednesday night baseball banter. Yay.
Oh, that's our new theme song.
Me singing that like that?
Yeah.
Wee, wee, wee.
We got it recorded.
It is recorded. So there you go. We can do a little ringtone there.
Yep.
Well, welcome, everybody. My name is Ed of the Dad Hat Chronicles. And then with me, obviously, we got who?
Anna of the Baseball Bucket List.
Yay.
I'm Paul Caputo, broadcasting live, as always, from the Helmet Sunday Hall of Fame in my basement in Fort Collins, Colorado.
You have to say the whole thing, didn't you?
I do. I got to say the whole thing.
Have you seen this little Twitter battle that your Owls with the Z and the Missoula Paddleheads have been involved in today?
No, I haven't.
A little bit of trash talking back and forth between the two.
No kidding. All right.
Yeah.
It must be playoff time.
I love it.
For one team, it is. That's the whole issue.
Oh, I see. I'll have to go check it out. It's who's in and who is not. And I'm sorry to say I have not been following the Pioneer.
Paddleheads
are in. Owls with the Z are making dad jokes. So
one, I appreciate a good dad joke.
Yeah,
Two,
yes, always.
Owls with the Z has been going through way too much, this whole year to really think about making the playoffs. Let's be honest about that.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing, right? Like if they're going to taunt them about anything, it could be about the fact that they don't have a baseball stadium.
Sorry, Zach, but you know what, my friend? I love my Guardians. Zach.
I have to tell you that this new background makes the comments look different here. So
I know it's amazing.
There's an interesting debate going on my friends. I've gotten like 15 text messages about this this situation where there's a pitcher in New York, Nestor Cortez, who had a crazy windup on a pitch. And one of the guys on the group texts and he says, "How is this not a balk?" And then everyone else chimed in. There's nobody on base, right? And so he says, "Well, can it be a balk if there's nobody on base?" And so then everyone was calling this one guy dumb for not knowing that you can't balk with nobody on base. And he says, "Well, then it's got to be something. It's got to be like an illegal pitch or something." They're like, "Maybe it's an illegal pitch."
It's not, because it hasn't been called out.
Well, this one was not. I guess it is possible to illegal pitch.
Well, Nestor Cortez does a lot of different ways of a windup.
He does.
To confuse batters. So it's not like it's not outside of the realm of him doing that. So that's why he gets away with it, because he does it all the time.
Yep. Well, anyhow, Nestor Cortez stirred some debate among my friends on Twitter.
Your friends seem kind of mean.
Yeah.
A little bit, right?
Are they Philly friends? Are they Philly fans?
No, only one of them out of 12 is also a Philly fan. Mostly Red Sox and Yankees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
An Orioles fan and a Nationals fan mixed in there. That might be it.
Do you guys pick on the Washington and Orioles fan? Well, not anymore. The Orioles are actually damn good.
And the Nationals are the most recent team to win a World Series in this group. So, yeah, I mean, even though they're terrible now.
They are pretty bad. They are pretty bad.
Live update, because I know this is what everyone's coming here for. The Phillies have a 3-1 lead over the Marlins.
Oh, man. There we go.
Not only did they broke up the whole no-hitter, but they scored runs, so it was just all out. It was like, nope.
Do you guys care about a combined no-hitter?
I think it's fun, right?
Yeah.
It'd be cool to say you were there, but I don't think it's. I don't know. I don't know if I'd count it as a no-hitter. I guess technically it is one, but
is that a bucket list item with an asterisk though? If every time you're asked the question, have you seen a no-hitter? You got to be like, well,
let's talk about what kind of no-hitter are we talking about here.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be such a baseball fan to say that though.
Yeah.
Well, it happened on a Tuesday when the wind was going from left to right.
I'm just saying, if it happens on, bullpen day, right? Like, oh, I saw 7 guys each pitch an inning and a third. It's like
Yeah.
Well, the Rays did that last year. They did a combined no-no, but it was one of the 7-inning doubleheaders. So, I don't think they got the credit for it.
I think right. Yeah. You don't
Yeah.
get it for pitching 7 innings of a
I
doubleheader.
was just gonna say like the 7-inning one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I almost said a bad word.
Can I say it then?
Do it, Ed. Do it.
I'm the one who keeps swearing, so
I know. Yeah, we got to put you on a 7-second delay. It's going to make for an awkward conversation. Oh man, we have a lot to talk about, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
You know I got it. But let's talk about because nothing really there has not not a lot of news going on in the baseball world, right? I mean,
nothing's really happened.
Nothing at all. No, there was no rule changes for 2023. There's no playoff races or anything like that. And then of course, we are also going to be checking in with our good friend here, Paul, and how he is doing health wise with his Phillies.
All right,
we got to make sure. So if you want to start with that, I'll give you the floor, my friend.
Okay, I'm ready. The Phillies currently, according to Fangraphs, have a 92.9% chance of making the playoffs, a 0% chance of actually winning the division, and a 4.3% chance of winning the World Series. So I'll take
good odds there.
The Padres have already lost. So here's the funny spot where I am though. The Padres lost. The Brewers it's early in their game. They're down 2-1 to the Cardinals. So what I am kind of rooting for, if I could be so bold here, is to start, being a chooser if I'm a beggar.
Oh, here we go.
I don't want the Phillies to get the second wild card spot.
Yeah, because you're going to Atlanta.
Because you're playing Atlanta or possibly New York, and it's a division rival, and it's terrible. I hate the idea of it. Whereas if you're the third wild card, you end up playing a team like the Cardinals, right? Like whose record is pretty similar to the Phillies. So in the interest of actually winning a series, I kind of would like the Padres to be doing a little bit better. But I got to be honest, I've kind of adopted the Seattle Mariners as my American League team right now because I had a pretty formative experience in Seattle watching them with 40,000 fans playing the Braves on Sunday. That was the game where they were winning 6-2 in the top of the 9th inning, and the Braves hit a 3-run home run and a 2-run home run and took a 7-6 lead. And all the Braves fans were jumping around doing all their, you
really love the Braves, don't you?
I really. There was one woman who was doing like the most racist impression, like her most like. You could not have been more racist in how she was impersonating a Native American person or a caricature of this Native American person. Oh, it was so bad. Even other Braves fans were like, "Ooh," but anyway, the Braves took a 7-6 lead. Braves fans in Seattle are going crazy. By the way, Pike Place Market was just crawling with Braves fans because it was,
well, the thing to do when you're there, right?
They were all in from out of town. Exactly. So
I want to do that when I go to Seattle.
So good, man. You'll love it. Go to the first ever Starbucks, watch them throw the fish around at the market.
Yeah, your Angels got swept.
So this is welcome to the Mariners train. They'll break your heart. This is my buddy Chris is a Mariners fan, and he's my running buddy Chris, and so I get to hear all about all their prospects and all the trades they make, and so so anyway, I will recap by saying, the Phillies have won a few in a row against some bad teams, and that's what you got to do. You got to beat the bad teams. I have not seen any evidence recently that they can actually beat a good team. So, we'll see what happens there. And then I should also say that in terms of my mental health, I had a lovely trip to the Pacific Northwest. Got to take a ferry out to Bowen Island. Got to pretend like I was on an episode of Virgin River. If anyone has ever seen that television show that's recorded in British Columbia.
Virgin River. Is that on Netflix?
I think so. Amy watches it. Ranger Amy watches it.
No, I gotta see. I gotta find out.
And apparently there's a very handsome man in it. So anyway, but we saw the Everett Aqua Sox.
Yeah, my wife watches that one. Yeah.
Does she? Okay.
Yeah.
We saw the Everett Aqua Sox on Friday. That was great. And then we saw Saturday night, we saw the Vancouver Canadians, which was also great. Madness, like sold out. And And then on Sunday, we drove back to the States and we saw the Seattle game. So it was a great baseball trip with all sorts of touristy stuff mixed in. So
Sounds awesome. Sounds
I
great.
know. I know. I'm super jealous. I kind of wish you would have told me that, and I would have been like, "Hey, Ed, you wanna?"
I totally should have just let you know, because it
Yeah,
was the
you
same
totally
weekend.
should've crashed
I
his
know.
romantic getaway. That would have been so cool.
Oh,
Ed-
I so would have been the third wheel.
Ed and
Oh,
Darla would have been welcome. Bring Mia along. We could have gone to, we could have gone to like McDonald's instead of sushi, right? Like
no.
Mia
We
likes
will
the
do
sushi.
I like sushi. Darla likes sushi. We'll get vegetables for Mia. She's a
all right,
vegetable
all
fiend,
right.
so we're good. Don't do
Hey,
that.
3-run home run for the Phillies here. It's 6-1 now for the Phils.
So
Hey.
let me ask you, because I wanna talk about something that you and me talked offline, right?
Yeah.
About the Everett Aqua Sox, the Vancouver Canadians, those teams, right? Those small teams. We're talking about merchandise.
Yeah.
Right. The lack of merchandise from minor league teams right now. If and I brought this up to you guys, like, something that we should talk about is your wish list, now that we're, almost at the end of the season for the minor league season, is what do you wish they would do as far as provide merchandise from these teams coming next year?
Well, Chris is already tapping into something that was true on this trip. The only one of the 3 teams had helmet Sundays, and it was the Aqua Sox. And they've got that new one with the awesome sideways trident logo.
I really
which
wish
is
they
great.
would have had that in a dad hat.
The Canadians do have them normally, but they were out.
Did you tell them to send it to you?
I didn't, because I already have one. So, and then here we've got more here. So, and then the Mariners were out of them too. The Mariners did not have helmet
What?
Sundays. Yeah,
Shocking.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that one is hard to believe.
I think the Braves fans like their ice cream. Maybe so.
So anyway, dad hat, obviously.
Yeah.
Helmet Sunday, obviously. And I love a simple logo t-shirt, right? Like, I don't want a lot of complicated logos. I do have this one here from the Canadians, right? Like, it's a little.
I love that logo though, like the actual Mountie.
The grandiose Mountie running with some bats here.
Yeah,
so
that was cool.
They had to avoid copyright infringement of the actual Mounties.
Ooh, that was interesting.
Yeah. They couldn't, they had to reference the Mounties without actually. Yeah. Hey, guest on today's episode of Baseball by Design, Eric Lichtenberg is.
Hi, Eric.
Yeah. So supply chain issues have gone too far when they hit the ice cream helmets. That is for damn sure.
You got that right, Chris.
Here's the thing. By the time I got to the Mariners game, I had eaten so much food on that trip. We did go on a lovely run in Stanley Park on Saturday morning. Stanley Park is a great urban park. Absolutely. It's got the Vancouver Aquarium there and a great view of the city. So
that's pretty cool.
I would highly recommend this trip to everyone. And it was, guess what? It was super, super easy. Because, you think about, like an international border, is that going to be difficult? It was super easy to rent a car and drive to Vancouver. It's just bring your passport. There's a little app where you can even put your information in advance. And it was, now this is a very funny comment from Eric. Seattle's helmets were at minor league ballparks that don't carry their own. That's very but it's super easy, and there was no restrictions on bringing a rental car across an international border, so that was
that's pretty cool.
That was good. And then and then Vancouver is a really accessible city. Oh, Zach Beeson wants to know. I did not eat the chapulines at the T-Mobile ballpark. I did not. Like I said, I was not that hungry. I got myself a refillable soda cup.
Smart man.
And got a soda. And then Amy and I split a chicken tenders.
Pop.
So, a pop? A Coke? A Coke is wouldn't they call it a Coke where you are now?
No. I'm in Pepsi country.
So this is a trip that I think everyone should do. The Pacific Northwest baseball trip. There's lots of other teams. The Tacoma Rainiers you could have mixed in there. Obviously, Eric Mertens's Tri-Cities Dust Devils. So, there's a lot of teams up there. You could, even if you were willing to drive a little bit, you could mix in the Hillsborough Hops or the Eugene Emeralds. It's a super drivable trip and just beautiful scenery. And Seattle and Vancouver are both pretty great cities. So really enjoyed that.
Sounds nice. Sounds great.
It was great.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
So
Just,
now,
on the merchandise part, it was kind of a letdown.
it was a letdown. I got myself an Aqua Sox T-shirt. They didn't really have much in the way of dad hats at either of the single A, the high A teams that I went to.
I have the one with the frog on it. I have their dad hat, and then I have a Canadians hat.
I got
47.
I have them both as well, but I got them both from the 47 brand store. Not from the
So
team.
did I.
Yeah. So, and I don't feel bad about that when it's something that the team itself is not carrying.
That's
right.
right.
If you don't carry it, then at that point, I do not feel guilty.
Paul, do you think being so late in the season that maybe the selection was limited because
Yes.
that's what I'm afraid of. I'm headed to Sugarland this weekend, and all I want is a hat, just a cool hat. That's it.
Did you ever get the Skeeters one?
No.
I got lucky.
Yeah.
I got a Skeeters one, and then come to find out that, I don't know, a couple months after that, they're like, oh yeah, we're no longer the Skeeters.
Mm-hmm.
The fish sticks, I didn't even, their season was over by the time I got there. So the interesting thing about these teams is that they went from short season single A. The whole Northwest League switched from short season single A to high A, and so now they're playing in April, May, and when they didn't used to. I think the Boise Hawks, were not carried over. They were a Northwest League team, and now they're Pioneer League.
They're a Pioneer League now, yeah.
Profit Palooza 2023 is going to all
Pacific
of the places.
North. Yeah, man, these guys.
Yeah.
I want to tag along.
Right? We should all go with Profit Palooza. We called this, I think I said this last week, we called this trip Amy Paul Uza.
That's good. Solid name.
Yeah, we thought it was good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. We didn't use that hashtag though, because we didn't want to be taunted online.
You should have. I so would have too. It was going to be me. You kept saying, like, what country am I? I was like, Costa Rica.
It starts with a C.
I'm trying. I'll try. Because I've always wanted to go to the Pacific Northwest. Always wanted to go.
Yeah. Well, and September's a great time of year because it's like one time of year when it's not meant to be. It's not really rainy there. We had sunshine straight through, and a ton of smoke from the forest fires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. All right. Are we good? We ready to move on?
Magic number calculator, is that next?
That's right.
Oh, sweet.
This is something that we've been talking about all day,
right?
Since you brought it up.
It's that time of year.
Yeah. It's like, getting to the end of September into October. It is all right. Who's in, who's out, who's going to be playing, all of that. So I am all about this because this was the first time that I've actually done the calculations myself. Thanks to you.
According to Ed's calculations, the Guardians have already won the World Series.
Oh,
we won 3 World Series, not 1, 3.
Pepe Sylvia. Who is Pepe Sylvia?
Yeah. Not only by my calculations, we won the World Series and we changed our name to the Spiders.
Oh, very good. Very good.
There's my calculations right there.
So what's the formula, Ed? The formula
it is, and I'll do the long one, but it's 162 games plus 1 game. Okay. So if I was to figure out my team right now, which is the Guardians, right? Minus, so 162 plus 1 minus my Guardians total wins, which is
first place.
Because they're in first place, minus second place, which is right now the White Sox losses. We got that? Okay. Yeah. So according to my calculations and the calculations that you sent me, the Guardians' magic number is 17. This morning
right.
was 19.
Yeah.
So, yep. But
That's
because the
great.
Guardians won, White Sox, thank you, Colorado Rockies, beat the Sox. We put that at 17 now.
All right.
So, what about the Phillies? What is their magic number?
All right. Well, let's do this in real time here.
Let's do it.
So the Phillies currently have the second wild card spot.
Correct.
And the team that they have to stay ahead of in order to
San Diego.
Well, San Diego has the third wild card spot. So I would be calculating Milwaukee because Milwaukee's the team.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So if I did Philly and San Diego, then I'd be calculating the magic number to clinch the second wild card spot. Which
True.
is,
But playoff. Let's just do playoff.
All right. So somebody help me with the actual math in my head. So 163 minus Philly's wins is 79. So
yep.
That's 84.
Mm-hmm.
Minus Milwaukee's losses, which is 66.
Yep.
So that's 18. So the Phillies' magic number to clinch a playoff spot is any combination of 18 Phillies wins or Brewers losses.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Guardians have less than Philly.
Well, Phillies are playing a game right now and winning.
Oh, so that could change.
And the Brewers are playing a game and losing. So that number could be if
16.
If the scores hold up, it could be 16 by the end of the night.
What about our friend here, Anna?
Now is Anna going to do her own, or should I run the numbers over here?
Not. No, I'm having.
Right. We already know that Anna's not going to.
I'm having flashbacks to geometry. So.
All right. So Anna's team right now is the Tampa Bay Rays.
Correct.
They have already lost today.
Yep.
They have a 5-game lead over the Baltimore Orioles. The Rays are currently, there are 3 teams within a half a game each other for the 3 wild card spots in the American League. So these positions could switch all around. But the Rays have a 5-game lead over Baltimore, who is 4th in the race for the wild card. So the Rays have to hold off Baltimore. So once again, 163 minus Rays wins, which is 79. So that's 84. Minus Baltimore losses, which is 67. So that gives us 17.
Yep, 17.
Yeah.
Baltimore's still losing now currently, or I didn't check
Baltimore
recently.
I navigated away from it so I could look at the standings. Baltimore's winning 5-2.
Oh.
At Washington. So you go.
You're still losing, Blue Jays, against the Rays, but Chris is right.
Clarify.
You have not lost.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that game was not over yet. So.
Nope, it's still there.
And then the Phillies are in the 7th, and they just allowed 2 out base runners to the Marlins here. So nothing is over, as they like to say in the movie Rocky.
Hey, Royals, why don't you do something? Beat the Twins, will you? John put a good question here. So who's winning, the Guardians Rays or Guardians Blue Jays? That's a good one. I'll be honest, I rather have the Rays.
Yeah.
Well, momentum is only as recent as your most recent game. What is it?
Yeah.
Momentum.
So Toronto has a pretty good momentum going.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still not October.
I rather have Toronto or Tampa, not Seattle. No. Nobody wants to play Seattle right now.
Nobody wants to play Seattle right now.
Nobody wants to play
They're
Seattle.
too hot. Their record since the All-Star break is the best in baseball right now. Yeah. I'm glad that Johnny's here.
Seattle. They're still Seattle. So that's my only thing.
That's true.
I wish them well. I know a lot of
Sure.
M's fans, but the heartbreak is real. Like
Right.
I'm not sure I know a more tortured fan base currently.
It's they got their Super Bowls to get them by.
Super Bowl.
Just the one. Oh yeah, they were supposed to win the other one, and then they threw the ball instead of.
Should have ran the ball.
Should have ran the ball. Hey, Johnny Bolin is here, and I'm very glad Johnny's here because I want Johnny to put into the comments his new intro that I heard on their podcast today, on the Earn Fun Average. It was, if I understand, it was coming to you live from coming to you live from the New Orleans Baby Cakes Hall of Fame in my basement. And so I something along those lines. I would love for Johnny to throw that into the
What
chat.
I would like to know is he paying royalties?
Well, we got to get Bobby Coon on the line then too, because Bobby Coon is broadcasting live from his man cave. So
none of you are broadcasting live.
Nobody's broadcasting. Even we right now are not broadcasting.
No, we are broadcasting live. This is live.
We're streaming. It's live, but it's not broadcasting.
It's still a form of broadcast.
There's no radio waves. Sorry, it's ones and zeros, dude. It's not a broadcast.
Something about Podcast Command Media Center.
Yeah, something like that. That's why I want Johnny to put it in the.
I thought it was Baby Cake's memorial or something. Yeah.
R.I.P. Baby Cakes.
Yeah. 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 So I want to go back to my raise here and Chris.
Sorry. Yeah.
About peaking too soon, but like I say, I mean, it's not. It's only the middle of September right now. So look at the Yankees a week and a half ago, looked like they were just going to go wheels off. And now they're starting to put something back together. So we're still talking about getting some major pieces back into the lineup. McClanahan is coming back. Glass now is close. Like if there's a postseason run, he very much could be a part of it. So don't give up. Like keep the faith. That's what I keep telling myself every day, at least.
Things have to go really super right for the Orioles and really super wrong for the Rays for this to end badly here. So,
but I will put this because I remember when the Cleveland Indians went on that 21 game winning streak. They peaked way too high, way too early, and then they got embarrassed.
Well, it's like think about the Mariners in 2001 winning 175 games or whatever, right? And then
they won all their games.
They won every game and then 13 more. So they won like 120 games, right? Like I mean, it was insane. So I want you guys to know that this text thread with the argument about the balk versus the illegal pitch is still happening.
Like literally right now.
Yeah, when the Curve Rim Media team and my Baseball Palooza guys both get going at the same time, my phone just like shakes off the table. These two text threads are remarkable. All right, so coming to you live from the New Orleans Baby Cakes Memorial Museum and Podcast Communication Center in Wheeler, Mississippi or Missouri, whichever one that is. I know it's Mississippi. Come on, I know.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's good.
116 wins. Okay. Sorry.
I like Podcast Communication Center. Like
that's pretty great.
It's good.
That is pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yes. Especially since Johnny's recording on his phone.
Yeah, Johnny.
All right.
Bull
City Summer. Yeah, that's good.
And nice recovering the Major League. I have that book. It's actually really good.
The Mariners peaked so high in 2001 that they missed the next 20 postseasons.
Whoa!
I want to go back to Zach's comment at the very beginning of the show. Who I think he said something like, "The Angels have already been eliminated from the 2023 postseason."
I feel bad for them because they're gonna go through a sale. But here's the thing: they're probably gonna go for like a $2 billion. This team.
Yeah.
And they're wasting away Ohtani.
I know. Ohtani and Trout, right? Like, I mean, it's criminal. It's criminal. Here, I have a question for you guys. So, like, I'm in a situation right now where I basically need the Cardinals to beat the Brewers to advance the Phillies' playoff chances. I do not like the Cardinals. The whole, like, we're the best fans in baseball. Like, I can't. It's like, it's too much for me. The self-proclaimed we're the best fans in baseball thing is very annoying. So, but I need them to beat the Brewers. So the question is, do I put on that game after the Phillies game is over? Do I turn on the Cardinals Brewers and actively root for a team I dislike?
No.
Okay.
Don't do it.
You, Ed. All right.
Don't do it because
Virgin River instead.
Yeah, watch whatever. Here's why. Because you're going to put all your emotions into rooting for that team. Then when the Cardinals blow it and they lose, your hatred is going to be even bigger, and you're not going to be happy for the rest of the night. So why even do that to yourself?
Here's another possible outcome of that. You root for this team, they do well, they eliminate the Brewers, you go to the playoffs, you end up playing that team in the playoffs,
and then they beat you.
And you're like, oh crap, I just spent this whole time rooting for this team and now they beat me. You know when that happened? That happened in 2007 for me, when I was rooting for the Rockies to beat the Padres because I wanted the Phillies to get the wild card. Phillies ended up coming back and beating the Mets. That was the year they were down 7 with 17 games to go. Won the division, ended up playing the Rockies, who were on that insane streak of their own, and got swept.
I remember that.
That was 07 or 09?
No, 07. It was 07, I think.
Yeah. Because the Phillies went to the World Series in 09, of course.
Yeah.
It was 07. The Rockies went to the World Series and lost to the Red Sox.
Yeah, the Bo Sox. Here's a question. I don't know if we've covered this before, but like coming to the end of the regular season here, do y'all have superstitions, especially in postseason? Like, I mean, I have a hat that I bought that I love, but the first time I put it on, the Rays literally got beat like 15-2, I think. So, like, never touched that again, obviously.
Well, Paul got rid of a hat.
I did get rid of a hat. I did want to point out, by the way, that Zach Beeson said that les Capitals du Québec tuent le ballon ce soir en finale de Frontier League.
Okay. All right, dude. Okay.
So
right.
it was.
So all right, hold on.
Thank you, Dave Days.
Capitals.
I'm sorry, Anna. Oh, so you gonna?
I was just trying to use my powers of deduction to.
All right.
Capitals of Quebec.
Yeah.
Right, so the Quebec Capitale. I don't know if you're gonna get this one. This is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And only in French is TUENT pronounced tu.
Well, it's something about
Ballon is ball.
Final, obviously.
Ballon is ball, all right.
Yeah.
In the final of the Frontier League.
So what are they doing to the ball? What are they doing?
Dropping the ball? No.
Other end. Killing it. 2A is to kill.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Right?
French class up in this. Ooh, I almost swore.
See what you did? Merde.
Merde. Mierda. That's hilarious. Not about but if the Bruins win their first playoff, I have to wear whatever jersey I had for the rest of the hockey. That's superstition right there. I like it. I like it,
hockey.
Shane. I
enjoy hockey.
Love hockey.
We had math and a foreign language. It's true.
No, it's the ACT.
So there was on Twitter, there was the person who asked 5 words to ruin a first date. Ruin a first date in 5 words or less, she said. And I responded 5 words or fewer because I thought it was a hilarious way to ruin the first date. and there's people like commenting out there who just think that I'm being like pedantic about correcting someone's grammar. I'm just like, no, it was a joke.
It's too highbrow.
It was too much. It was too much for Twitter.
It was way over people's head. You know that you couldn't do it. That's hilarious. Who was it? Tim, finished Bull City Summer. You should also read, by the way, this one.
No Bull. Okay. A lot of books about the
how Bull Durham happened is really good. Took me like 2 days to read it because it was that good.
Someone else told me, by the way, that I pronounced Durham funny after Anna told me.
Oh, really?
See? Yeah, I was. Yeah, now it's all in my head.
It's like water.
Like water. Down the shore. Hoogie.
I was told that I sound like when I say y'all, that I don't sound like a Texan.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, he said it sounds very. I'm about to say y'all. I don't know. So maybe all those years in Florida wiped it out of me, but they're pretty southern down there too. So I don't know.
Yeah, but that's a different kind of southern. That's just crazy southern.
My friend's song overheard us when I was broadcasting from her house. And she heard your voice, Anna, and she had some off-color comments for you. I don't know if you want to hear them on air right now, but
oh boy,
yeah, she said she said, she's like, Anna's voice is great. She's like, that's because I don't think she had met you yet at this point. She's like, that was Anna. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, her voice is great. I was like, I know, she should be on like NPR or something, right? Like, and she goes, and Song's like, or a sex phone line.
Oh boy.
I apologize. I apologize if that was too much. I'm sorry, but I thought it was hilarious.
Let's end the show with that.
And we're done.
Oh no. Sorry. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate, and I'm sorry.
No, that was not. That
No,
was
it's hilarious. It's good. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
hilarious.
good.
NPR to
That's what. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you got a wide range.
You go from
Abby.
NPR to state phone sex.
very versatile, you know.
Hey, you get paid.
There's a day job and a night job, so
Right.
Oh my god.
All right.
yeah. Thank you.
Curve Rim After Dark is right. Sorry. I think that's got to be the new name of the show, actually.
Oh man, I think we gotta change our name now to Curve Rim After Dark. My wife is gonna come downstairs like, what is going on? Oh,
Pat.
oh god, that's hilarious. I think I'm crying. Oh my god. Anyways, getting back to sports.
Right. Yes.
How do you even get back after that?
Sorry, Ed. What's on the rundown here for tonight?
All right, let's talk about the new MLB rules.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because obviously these are going to start in 2023, right? One of them being the pitch clock, right? That's coming.
Mm-hmm.
We also have bigger bases. No more shift. That's going to be interesting. And then the one that you wanted to talk about, Anna, which was
the limited pickoffs. I think this is going to be like the biggest confounder, right? Because I think that a lot of
they do use it a lot, though.
Yeah, and I think a lot of them use it as a means of like preparing themselves to actually deliver a ball to the plate. You know, maybe they're not quite ready, so they just haphazardly toss it to first base.
Yeah.
Now, able to do that with pitch clock and the 2 throws, and then if you don't pick him off, he gets a free base.
Yeah,
it's interesting because I hadn't heard that one being tossed around until the rules had been solidified.
Doesn't it? So he gets the free base if you don't pick him off on the third.
So
I was just thinking,
if a third pickoff attempt is made, the runner automatically advances one base if the pickup attempt is not successful.
What I wonder is, after 2 pickoff attempts, are runners going to be getting really great jumps because there's going to be
it's free basically, right?
Yeah. So I'm curious to see that, right? Like, and maybe the pitcher just holds the ball for a second longer, which is dangerous with the pitch clock now too, right? Like, so
So this is good comment. I mean, this is our best show so far, guys.
Everyone's doing a great job.
Curve Rim After Dark. We're changing the name. So let's let me go over a couple of the things here that I'm seeing here. Okay. As far as pitcher, the pitcher must begin his motion to deliver the pitch before the expiration of the pitch timer.
Yeah.
Pitchers who violate the timer are charged with an automatic ball. Batters who violate the timer are charged with an automatic strike. Batters must stay in the box and alert the pitcher by the 8-second mark, or else be charged with an automatic strike. With runners on base, the timer resets if the pitcher attempts a pickoff or steps off the rubber. Pitchers are limited to 2 disengagements, pickoff attempts or step-offs. So it's disengagement, so like combined, right? Per plate appearance. However, this limit is reset if a runner or runners advance during the plate appearance. Man.
I know, it's a lot.
If a third pickoff attempt is made, the runner automatically advances. Mound visits, injury timeouts, and offensive team timeouts do not count as disengagement.
Offensive team timeouts.
I'm
So the better.
really
That's like-
concerned about Angel Hernandez's ability to keep any
Oh
of
my
this
God.
straight at all.
That guy needs to go.
Well, and I'm concerned about, like, I always sort of laugh at NFL football, like at the beginning of overtime, where it takes them, 20 minutes to explain the rules of overtime. They're sitting there out there on their microphone and, okay, if this happens, then this, and it's like a choose your own adventure. And so you're right. You calling timeout, Ed?
Yes, timeout.
Yeah.
Hi, Lex.
Hi,
What's up, Lexi?
Hi.
Lexi, how are you? Lexi, what's your favorite team?
Let's go.
Tim, throw it in the chat. We want to hear Lexi's
Favorite Major
team.
League Baseball team, favorite minor league baseball team. Let's go.
And what does Lexi think Anna's voice sounds like?
Angel Hernandez used to be on the beach away from the diamond. True story.
Did you guys know that? Have you ever seen the meme where it's like it's the iPhone screen and it says
Missed
Angel
call?
Hernandez missed call. Did you guys know that I created that?
Yeah,
I've seen something like that. Yeah, that you. I thought I had seen a tweet that you were claiming that. So
well, I don't just claim it, Anna. I have the Photoshop files. I can prove it.
Yeah.
I did it. It was me. Lexi says Paddleheads and Padres.
Okay.
Nice.
Good choices.
Padres.
Good.
Yeah.
Good teams. Good teams.
Yeah, yeah. I believe I met Lexi in Missoula
during that meetup that we never got invited.
Tim, can you confirm?
Appreciate that.
Well, I think it was because I had not met you.
we haven't.
So
I like it. I like those teams though. I like them.
Yeah.
And does Lexi follow other sports?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
What's your favorite football, not soccer, football team? Tim will appreciate that.
Do we think that American football is called football because the ball is a foot long? I sure did. I thought so. I thought I met Lexi. Lexi and I have met in person. It's nice to see you, kind of, but not really.
Chris, I think Tim, I think you influence her fandom. I'm from the only family, and I know that all members have completely separate. This house, for example, I'm a Browns fan. Darla is not a Browns fan, but my daughter sings that "Here We Go, Brownies, Here We Go."
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Automatically a Browns fan, guys.
Of
course it is. I knew this was the answer, but I knew it, Tim. I knew it.
Kind of like in my family, where I'm a huge Phillies fan, and my children are not aware that team sports exist. So
your children could care less.
They could not give two damns. Hey, it's time for scores on the threes here. Phillies are up 6-1 in the ninth.
I love that we have this, by the way.
Baltimore up 6-2 in the after 8. Tampa Bay down 5-1, batting in the top of the ninth with a runner on first and 2 outs. What else matters? The middle of the 6th in St. Louis, the Cardinals beating the Brewers 3-1.
Tampa, you still might have a chance. 2 outs.
Yeah, Seattle beat San Diego earlier today to split that little 2-game series.
Diego.
And the San Francisco Giants, who are somehow 69-74. I feel like every time I look at them, they're winning, but they beat the Braves today. So I should tell this story because I thought it was fun and pertinent to this group. At the game in Seattle, ton of Braves fans, and and I'm just ready to start a fight with anyone who's going to do the chop, right? Even though I've never actually been in a fight in my whole life.
I would pay money to see this.
Let's you and me fight when we go to the Pacific Northwest next year.
Don't want that. Let's get into it. Let's do it.
You're like 6 inches taller than I am, so you'd have the advantage on the reach. So anyway, I sit down and it's this like Braves family, right, and eating their chitlins or whatever, and they had they're all like dressed in Brave stuff, but the dad has a Gwinnett Stripers hat on, and I'm like, I can't be mad at a guy in a Gwinnett Stripers hat. And then the mom is wearing a Hillsboro Hops hat. And I'm just like, well,
what gives?
I can't be mad at you guys at all. And then it turned out we were surrounded. Then there were Braves fans right behind us, but they were Braves fans from Vancouver. And so like they're sitting there talking about the Braves and they're like Canadian accent, it's like, oh, Ozzy Albies is coming up, and so
Oh my
Donnie,
god!
I'm sorry about my chitlins joke, but
Chitlins are good though.
Patrick liked the
I love
the
chitlins.
chitlins joke. So Chris, sorry about the Rays. So
Rays officially lost. Nah, they already officially lost. My brother-in-law is one of 4 brothers. They all like NFL teams based on hats their uncle got them as kids.
Oh no!
My poor brother-in-law got a Lions hat.
What if they just like
man.
randomly handed out those packages, right? What if
So
it's just
they
like,
they randomly
yeah.
just like, yeah,
And
here
it's
you go.
like, here, you get the 49ers and you get this one. It's like the Lions, that's cool, blue and silver.
It's like when I was a kid, my parents got us all starter jackets. You guys remember the starter jackets?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
My sister got a Detroit Red Wings. My brother Gardo got a Dallas Stars. My brother Brian got a New Jersey Devils, and I got a Mighty Ducks.
Yes.
I've rooted for the Mighty Ducks ever since, so it happens.
It's just funny. I just grew up in a place where like you would never ever do anything but root for the the local team.
It's interesting. It's an interesting
chitlins.
Look to that too. I think about that too. People talking about not rooting for the home team as if any of the players that play for that team came from that city at all.
Right.
It's all about. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Patrick, the first time since 2020, November 2020, that they're favored.
Is that because they put up 35 points against my Eagles?
Eagles?
Eagles, Iggles, Eagles. Dem Eagles. And you read about them in the Philadelphia Inquirer.
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 While having some water.
While drinking some water and eating a hoagie.
Campaign for the Lions not to be on the Thanksgiving every year. The nation deserves a break from. That is true.
So I'm going to an Eagles Jags game, and I plan on using the Jags guy GIF a ton. The guy, this one where the guy's like looking around like this.
I love that one. That's why
I love
like because every time I put WTF, that's the one that comes up.
I love the chatter about chitlins that's going on here because it was a coin flip between chitlins and boiled peanuts, and so I know they're repellent.
Oh, so gross. So gross. Anyways, we are way off base on this curve print media after dark.
CBM after dark.
CBM after dark. Sweet Lord. Go Jags. Yep.
Sellers. Chris loves boiled peanuts.
Chris, that's just gross. Bortles. Oh my god.
The TV show The Good Place is very funny, and there's a running Bortles gag throughout it. It's a very funny TV show.
Poor Bortles.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to reel this in real quick.
Yeah. What do we got here? We got 12 minutes to talk
about. All right.
Defensive shift to our
limits.
audience.
Defensive shift limits. For the 4 infielders must be within the outer boundary of the infield when the pitcher is on the rubber. Infielders may not switch sides. In other words, team cannot reposition the best defender on the side of the infield. The batter is more likely to hit the ball. So if you're a shortstop, you stay in shortstop.
Yeah.
If the infielders are not aligned properly at the time of the pitch, the offense can choose an automatic ball or the result of the play. Interesting. This rule does not preclude a team from positioning an outfielder in the infield or in shallow outfield grass in certain situations, but it does prohibit 4 outfielder alignment.
4 outfielders. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So obviously the goal here is to increase the offense in the game, right? So we want to see more base runners, we want to see more runs, all of that stuff, right? So it's a lot like when the NHL made their changes and reduced the padding on the goalies and made the goals larger, but do we think it's actually going to impact the time of game then?
Well, these are the rules that are in place right now in the minors. And I saw something that Tyler Maughan tweeted. The average time of game at the 4 levels of the minors ranged anywhere from essentially 2:30 to 2:40. And the majors were just about 3 hours. I think 3 hours is actually kind of like the perfect time for a game. Like if they're at 3 hours right now with the rules that are in place, that to me is fine.
Mhm.
Um, so I'd be curious to see. I doubt it will get all the way down to like 240 like AAA is right now because you've got just so many more
There's a lot more
stoppages.
skill going on in the major leagues
Yeah.
than minors. Here's my question.
Okay.
Because obviously there's going to be some pushback from a lot of people, right? A lot of baseball purists. Are you guys okay with these rules? Like, I mean, there has to be a point in which there has to be some growth and some change in a sport. You know, I mean, for God's sakes, in football, the goalpost was at the front of the goal line, and then they moved it back, right? I mean,
Right.
the 3-point line in the NBA, right? So you
Shot
couldn't
clock.
the shot clock, you
Yeah.
couldn't dunk in 1 point. So there has been changes in other sports. I think, you know, with baseball, I think there needs to be some change in order to, let's be honest, make it more marketable for other people as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd rather see the teams do well, right? Like I worry less about my own kind of feelings and emotions towards it. If it means that the team's selling more tickets and they have more support from the community, I'm on board.
Yeah. I mean, it will make it for a lot more interesting games, right?
Right.
Did you see Ryan Howard tweeted about it? He's like, I'm coming back with the shift gone. I'm coming back.
I'll set records. I know
How-
Joey Gallo has to be pumped.
But dude, Joey Gallo has been doing better since he left New York, though.
Yeah, well, we knew that was gonna happen.
Right?
Yeah.
There's something to be said about that, though. Like, you know, there's certain places where you go play and you're not the same person, a la New York, right? I mean, that's a rough place to play. Like, I mean, fans are rough there. Like, you know, let's be honest about that.
Yeah. Yep.
What about the bigger bases? What do you guys feel about that?
I think, any rule that they implement to help avoid injury, I'm fine with, right? Like, I mean, that to me is, and I don't understand the geometry of like how much space it's actually shaving off between the bases, right? Like
4.5 inches reduction in distance between first and second base.
4.5 inches. I mean, it's a game of inches, right? Literally. So,
they're asking for more base stealing is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it also gives the opportunity for players to avoid injury by not stepping on each other's feet. So,
or coming out the bag and getting tagged on the backside, oversliding the bag or something like that, which I always find ridiculously annoying.
Right. Donnie, the bases are the new bases are for next year.
Next year, yeah. The bases have not changed. They did change them in the minors and some independent leagues as well. They also played with the moving the mound back.
Yeah,
that kind of went off. Yeah, they abandoned that real quick.
After half a season.
Let me say, as someone who has thrown a first pitch from the mound, it's exactly where it needs to be.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, you get people throwing 100+ miles an hour now.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting too, because you think about that. If you ever look at the differences between the batting helmets in the minor leagues versus the major leagues, right? Like you have these essentially like football helmets in the minor leagues, because I would presume most guys don't have the level of control that you would expect to see in the major leagues.
Yeah.
Well, then you got the double ear flap, which is,
Right.
from what I understand, is cheaper to keep buying like that. That's why they keep them like that. So
yeah,
I do have a couple of minor league helmets back there behind me. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I had
the naturals. I have 1, 2,
cool.
3. Yeah, 3.
I have
the monsters.
I have this helmet. It was I put it in the dryer and shrunk it though, so it's
same thing.
Mistake.
Yeah,
same here.
Rookie mistake.
It won't fit anymore. I should do a show with a helmet on.
Well, that'd be good. I like that. And then have like Mia come in and throw tennis balls at your head.
She would too. She would actually grab one of the bats behind me and start trying to swing at me.
Yeah.
She would do that. So So overall, I want to know what from the people watching. Do you guys like these rules? Are you guys okay with it, right? Or are you on the camp of if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of situation?
How would you describe to a fan who's to not a baseball fan why you can overrun or overslide second or third,
Mhm.
but you cannot overrun or overslide first or home?
Well, and that's the funny thing is because if you keep going straight on first,
Yeah, you have
you
to
sh-
make the turn to
yeah,
yeah,
you have
yeah,
to exactly. You have to start the
right,
turn, and then at that point, it's all
yeah,
fair.
right.
I'd be curious to know. I'd want to go back and see when that rule was implemented like that. Um,
We should have a historian on
we
talk
should have
about
a
this.
team historian. Congrats to the wind surge. So yeah, I'd be curious to know, and I wonder if it's just a question of the aesthetics, right? Like it was a rule that they tweaked in order to, make a ground ball a difficult ground ball, a difficult play, right? Like, and maybe it was routine, maybe it was too hard for runners to be safe if they had to stop.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. That's a great question.
Well, I think if it's for injury, right? I know, that was a great comment. So good.
Nice one, Tim.
I like it too. That's good. Uh,
It's just a question I have because I've always you can't stop running, like, you can't just pull up and stop, you'll
Mhm,
pull a
mhm.
hamstring or something like that, but,
on it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's but you have to stop on second base.
But
Yeah.
here's another question to this is now that we have how do you explain to a fan of just sport, like just a regular casual fan, the difference between Major League Baseball and banana ball, right? That's the question that it's going to be brought up a lot now.
You
Mhm.
don't.
No, okay, exactly. You're like, don't talk to me.
They're they're 2 different things, like, you might as well just ask me to explain the difference between football and baseball at that point,
Right.
easily.
We've gone final in Miami, by the way. Yeah.
Do you want to recalculate your magic number now?
Magic number 17 for the Phils. It was 18, now it's 17. And if the Cardinals can hold a 2-run lead in the last 3 innings of their game, it'll be 16. So, hey, we got 2 minutes left here. Let's talk about our podcast.
Shane, you're hilarious. Oh my god.
Hey, I have a little bit of news regarding my podcast. I'm going to go back to Tuesdays.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
this whole Wednesday thing was a thrill, but it's
There's too
over.
much happening on Wednesday, yeah.
There's too
Too
much
much
on
happening
Wednesdays.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we're going back. We're going back to Tuesdays as we were meant to be. Baseball by design and Tuesdays together again.
Like
This week I have Paul Lucas
from.
from UniWatch, and that was a really fun episode for me because he's someone whose work I've been reading for a long time. And then of
Did you
course Eric Lichtenberg came on and talked about being the godfather of Helmet Sunday collecting.
did you talk about the stitching?
No, we didn't talk about the stitching.
Missed
No, I should have.
opportunity.
I should have. No, it's true. I didn't even think of it.
That guy hates it. I'm telling you.
Yeah. How about you guys? Who's Anna? Who do you have tomorrow? I enjoyed Dave last week. Who do you have tomorrow?
Dave was great. Tomorrow is Ben Lampron. So, anybody in the Twitter group Gas House Gang knows Ben. So, he was great. He was great.
Okay.
Yeah. Good time.
All right.
For me is part 2. Duh.
Oh, part 2 again with the French.
Yeah, part duh. Of Mark of This Old Glove.
Yeah.
Minor League Mark. That was a good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
Oh.
next week I have the week after that, I'm sorry, I have TJ Shylot. He is the play-by-play in media relations for the Carolina Checkers,
Nice.
Very
the
good.
minor league hockey team down in Charlotte, the Charlotte Checkers. So I'm very excited for that. That was really good. A lot of fun.
Do you think they should be called the Charlotte Checkers?
No, I think they are the Charlotte Checkers. I'm sorry. They are-
Charlotte Checkers?
Charlotte.
Checkers. Okay.
Charlotte. Charlotte.
Zach says that you're Oh, famous foul balls. Dave fouled Scorcher on 8/23/1987. Who doesn't remember that? And then Ed, your interview with Zephyr Hats was outstanding, says Zach Beeson. And when is Anna's NPR show? There is no follow-up to that question, Anna. Look, there's your glove. All right. I got 8 o'clock out here in the mythical mountain time zone here. So it's time to wave goodbye with your fancy glove.
Sorry, I had to. I was asked and I obliged. Hey guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.